Number 11 was the same as idea as number 9. You have to remember that inside opposite, outside same. So which equation is represented by the graph? So it was the opposite of the x. So you would write x minus 3, since it's positive here, and then plus 1. So the answer to, oh, I made the mistake. So this is an absolute value function. So it's not parentheses. It's actually 2 straight lines. Okay. So it wouldn't be number 2, because if it's squared, that means it's a parabola. It wouldn't be just minus 3, because it's not like it started here and it went down 3. That's not what it did. What it did do was go right 3, up 1. So that means that if it's going right, I subtract. If it's going up, I add. So the answer in this case would be 4. Let me just fact check that. Yep, I'm doing it. All right. What is the equation of a line that passes through the point 4, -6, and has a slope of -3? So I will take full credit for this. Everyone got a point for this question. I made a typo when for putting the answer choices in. So this is my x1, this is my y1, and this is my slope. Remember, point slope is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And when you're plugging your points in, remember you plug them in with the opposite signs. So it's going to be y plus 6 equals -3 times x minus 4. This is -4 because it's positive here, and this is plus because it's negative here. Now I need to distribute. So I get y plus 6 equals -3x plus 12. Go ahead and subtract that 6 from both sides. You should have gotten y equals -3x minus 6. So I meant for it to be 1, but I didn't have the negative there. So I can see how some of you guys got confused. Now, which of the following are not input-output pairs for the function? So remember that this is f of n. So it's saying if I plug in 3, will I get -3? Okay. So -2 times -3 is 6 plus 3, that would be 9. This is not right. Okay. And I may have kind of given the answer up right away, but I want to see it through. So -2 times 2 is -4 plus 3 equals -1. Is that right? Yeah, because -2, that's -4, plus 3 is -1. This could have been it also. I got to revisit. Whoever, this is another typo by Miss Rivera. I'm really sorry. If you chose 2, I'm going to give you a point. It says 5. So -2 times 5, which is -10 plus 3, that equals -7. This is correct. So it's not an answer choice because it's asking you which one is not. -2 times 1 is -2 plus 3 equals +1. That's not it, right? Because it is. So the answer was technically 1, but 2 could have gotten you credit. So I'm going to make a note of that. Okay. 14, what is the value of x in the equation now? Remember that we said that in order to solve, all the denominators have to be the same. So we got to make this 3 a 6 like these other two. And the way that I do that is by multiplying it by 2. So remember that you got to distribute at the top. So 2 times x is 2x. 2 times -2 is -4. 2 times 3 is 6. Now I can bring the rest of it down. Plus 1 over 6 equals 5 over 6. And I get, boom, cancel out the bottom. So now I get 2x minus 4 plus 1 equals 5. -4 plus 1 is -3. So 2x minus 3 equals 5. Add 3 to both sides. 2x equals 8 divided by 2. X equals 4. Should have gotten 1 for 14. Did I do something wrong? Let me see. 2x and 2x is -4, 6. Boom. So -4 plus 1, -3, add 3, 8, 8. Yeah, should have got 4. My answer key. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I looked at the wrong thing. Only 33% of you guys got that right. That's a third of you guys. So we have to talk about that. 15. 3x plus 2 is less than or equal to 5x minus 4. So you're going to go ahead and distribute this 5 to everything. Okay? So I'm going to get 3x plus 2 is less than or equal to 5x minus 20. Now, I need to solve for x. And remember, if I divide by a negative, my sign flips, and my sign always has to be on the left side. So I'm going to continue over here. So if 3x plus 2 is less than or equal to 5x minus 20. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5x from both sides. Now, subtracting does not make my sign flip. It is only multiplication or division. Negative 2x plus 2 is less than or equal to negative 20. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 2. Negative 2x is less than or equal to negative 22. Divide by negative 2 on both sides. Now, this is an instance where my sign will flip because I'm dividing by negative. So x is no longer less than, but greater than or equal to positive 11. And the answer choice is 4. In the diagram below, what is the slope of the line passing through A and B? So there's two ways you could have done this. You could have just counted from point to point, or you could have used the ordered pairs from A and B to kind of decide. Now, from left to right, this line is inclining, so it's positive. So that means that right away I can cancel out my negative choices, okay? And then I can go from here. I can figure out where the next order pairs are. And that's what I'm going to go right ahead and do to help me. Now, these look pretty even. So if I go up 1 over 2, that means that my rise is 1 and my run is 2. Let's see, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. That means that 4 is my slope. The cost of a pack of chewing gum in a vending machine is 75 cents. The cost of the bottle of juice in the machine is 125. So Erica has $22 to spend on chewing gum and bottles of juice for her team. She must buy 7 packs of chewing gum. So this is the gum and this is the juice, okay? If B represents the bottle of the juices, okay, I take it back. That's B, not J. Which inequality can represent the maximum number of bottles she can buy? Remember, even though maximum feels like greater than or equal to, that's not correct because you can't pass the number. So if I have a maximum of $10, I don't have $10.01. So maximum is less than or equal to, okay? So off bat, I am canceling out the ones that have greater than or equal to in it, okay? Now, she needs to buy 7 packs of chewing gum, which means that I got to take this number and multiply it by 7. So this inequality is multiplying the juice by 7, and that's incorrect. This one's multiplying the cost of the gum by 7. So number 4 is the right answer. 18. So 18 was the question that you guys, well, and also number 16. 16, you guys did pretty well with that one. 16 and 18 were your best questions on this test. So it says here, what is the sum of x squared plus 3x plus 7? And 3x squared plus 5x minus 9. Now, because it's adding, you could just get right to work. X squared and 3x squared, that's 4x squared. Negative 3x and 5, that's positive 2x. 7 minus 9 is negative 2. So I have plus 2x minus 2. That's got an 8. That's not right. This has got a 16. That's not right. 2's are negative. This one here. So the answer choice is 4. What is the product of 2r squared minus 5 and 3r? So product means multiply. So you had to do 3r times 2r squared minus 5. And we have done this in class. We had a worksheet. 3r times 2r squared equals, and then we have 3r times -5. 3 times 2 is 6. R to the first times r squared is r to the third. You have to add those exponents. There's an imaginary 1 here. 3r times -5. 3 times -5 is -15. And then you stick the r around to the end. So your answer should have been 6r cubed minus 15r. This is squared, not right. This is 6r cubed minus 5. That's not correct. The answer choice is 1. Which inequality is represented on the graph below? Well, the first thing I see is that it's a dotted line, so all of these signs are correct. Looking a little bit closer, I see that my y-intercept, where I cross the y-axis, is 1, and all of these have that also. So this is going to be a little bit of a tough one. Now, the slope of my line from left to right, I'm going top to bottom, so my slope is negative, okay? So my line is declining, it's negative. So if I have a positive slope, I could cross out those answer choices, okay? Now, I'm between -2 and -1/2. So just like the last question, I want you to go right ahead and find the ordered pair. So if I start here, my next ordered pair is, boom, right here. Okay, it looks like I got one right there too. One right here. So I got a couple of them that are in order. And it looks like I'm going over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2. Okay? So my run is 1 over 1, right? Because it's rise over run. How many up and down? So my run is 1, okay? And my rise, which is negative, right, is 2. It's going to be 1, 2. So it's -2 over 1, which is essentially -2. So my answer here for 20 is 2. And that wraps up our multiple choice video. Please make sure you go to the next video to see the short response.